Hi, this is Travis here with the Baltimore guys, and we are at the Baltimore Convention Center, and we're here for the annual tattoo convention, and we're going to be discussing with people the culture of tattoos. How do you think tattoos impact your personal identity or how others perceive you?
Well, I think sometimes, going in stores, people think I'm going to steal things or maybe I'm uneducated or...
Like I'll get followed around stores because people assume that I'm going to steal stuff.
They're criminals, they're dangerous, they always these sketchy people. Like, no, I know leasing agents, I know people in corporate offices that have full tattoos everywhere.
I am 42 and I've been getting tattooed since I was 18, and when I was 18 they would tell you not to get visible tattoos, stuff that you could cover up because you didn't know if you would be able to get a job or not. So I think especially in some places where tattooing hasn't been legal as long, like Oklahoma's only been legal for 20 years, people treat you much differently if you are heavily tattooed than they would other places. Like Philadelphia, it's been part of their culture forever, so people are like, you could go to H&R Block and somebody's got a face tattoo. It's not like that everywhere. So,
when some people see people with tattoos, they may have they may have a judgment of, someone, but when they actually see like the quality of the tattoos, it may change their perspective, like, oh, this person is, really into tattoos and actually cares about the quality and the image that they're portraying like on their body.
I hate to say this, but a lot of older people from my area really do not like them. They are very disapproving of them and everything like that. However, when I tell them that I'm an artist, all of a sudden they're like, oh, now that makes sense.
I think people just need to be more open-minded about people that are modified or tattooed, and it doesn't necessarily say anything about their character or person. It just means they like the art form, and that's all you know.
How long have you been doing tattoos, and what's one of the most common questions you get as a tattoo artist?
I've been doing tattoos for 4 years now. The most common question I get is, how much do tattoos cost? It's like the stupidest question, but I get that a lot. I think all tattoo artists might get that question. Yeah. How much do tattoos cost? Instead of being, detailed about what you want, where it's going, color, etc. They just ask that question.
I've been a tattoo artist for 5 years, on and off. Can you put color on black skin? You can.
So, being that my husband is a tattooer, I think that the biggest myth would be the cost of tattooing. I don't think the general public understands how much it costs to have one sterile setup. So, it's not just a clean needle and a clean tube in sterile cups. It's having the biohazard bins in your studio and having the ability to have them picked up by the proper authorities and dispose of them properly and stuff like that. So people, I think tattoos still cost about $50, and they don't really start at that anymore.
What was your first tattoo, and what was the significance behind getting it?
Okay, the first tattoo I got was right here on my arm, called Believe. The message behind it was, you got to believe in yourself. All things are possible to him that believeth. So it's from the Bible. I got that also right here. Mark 9:23 from the Bible. So, you just got to believe in yourself, and you could do anything you put your mind to.
Now, as a talented artist, as you are, how do you select the artist that does your ink work? What is your process like as far as seeing what they're doing and knowing what you do best? Can you tell me a little more about that?
Yeah. So I live in Michigan. I actually have been going to see the same tattoo artist now for years. His name is Dylan. He's amazing. Shout out to Dylan at Stay a While. He's actually absolutely amazing. I've gotten work done at several other places with different artists. I usually look for somebody obviously that's very clean, hygienic. I really like neo-traditional art, so I like really big, bold contour lines. I love bright colors, but obviously I like a lot of the fine line words and script too. So it's really just, I have to look at your stuff and like it. It's got to stand out to me, and then I'll be like, hey, I'm interested in a piece, and blah, 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 and go from there.
What is your approach when a client does come to you with wanting custom design or custom work?
So I'm game for it. At first I was a little nervous, but I'm starting to see a lot of people, they like my work. I'm big into anime, cartoonish things. Like, I love that kind of stuff. And now my clients are starting to move towards that kind of stuff. But I'm always open to something different.
Nice, man. And I see, do you have a favorite anime character? I see you got the Dragon Ball Z, some Demon. You got a mixture up here. Is there a favorite one you've been working on or that you prefer to work on?
The Cowboy Bebop is my favorite. Yeah.
Have you done a Cowboy Bebop tattoo?
Not yet, and I wish someone asks for it because I want to do this.
You hear that? Come see Mike to get that Bebop tattoo because I want to see that too, for sure, for sure. What is there? Are there any specific techniques that you use when it comes to the influence that influence your outcome? Because like they just said your tattoo was done in 2 hours. You did beautiful lines and shading. So like, can you explain a little bit of your technique and style?
Honestly, well, with my lines, lines is first. I make sure my lines is clean. I take my time with my lines. I'm real big on making my lines clean. I got OCD.
Okay. Same.
But as far as everything else, well, shading, I kind of just wing it. You know, I go with the flow, see what works for me. I'm still kind of growing in that area. And color, I try to pack it as much as possible.
Okay. Is there a very memorable piece for you that you worked on and you were just like, oh, I'm super proud of this, or like one of them?
One sec. This one right here, this is my baby. I love this tattoo. It's one of my favorite. Actually, it is my favorite tattoo. This one, and that's one of the ones I went like viral. So I love that one too. But this is my favorite. I love this tattoo.
And like how long, you know, we started down here and then we saw the Ladies of Ink going all the way down and we saw everybody's from different states.
Yes.
How long have you been a part of Ladies of Ink?
This is actually my second time going on a convention with them. It's my second convention ever. My first one was in Atlanta last month, and I'm new to the crew. Hopefully I'll be here for a long time. I love it. I love the people. It's just great energy, and I'm happy to be here, to be honest.
Hey, now with all the artwork you have, what is the significance behind it, and like what do your tattoos mean to you?
You know, for me, a lot of it's in the like journey and the evolution. So like, after I got out of the military, I started traveling a lot, and
Thank you for your service.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, so I didn't necessarily like always have this like strong sense of home or like belongings. So it was like something I could always have with me, like a memory or something that represented something I could carry everywhere with me, would never get in the way.
Okay.
So, yeah.
Is there, like you said, could you explain more about the spiritual journey? And like you said, not having a home and that your tattoos mean something significant to you. Is that more of like a spiritual thing, more of a unity and community thing? What did you mean by that?
It certainly can be spiritual. Like, I feel like for the long sessions especially, like you almost have to go to like this meditative place and kind of like release some of that pain. And some of that pain is like the physical pain of the session, but then emotions come up as well. And there can be this immense catharsis if you would allow it to happen and don't fight it. Mm-hmm. So I think that's been a big part of it for me too, of kind of like transforming the inside via the outside, or like those working hand in hand.
For anybody getting their first tattoo, you know, is there any advice you would give them out the gate as far as like process, pay outside of the payment, like any advice you'd give a first time tattoo?
I would say save a bunch of pictures of stuff that you like and some pictures of stuff that you don't like, so that when you go talk to the artist, you can say, I like this, this, and this about these tattoos, but I don't like this, this, and this about these tattoos, and they can make you something. It's easier to translate that way.
Just make sure it's something that you really like. Make sure you're going to a good artist. Make sure that they do, you know, good quality work that's to your standard, and you know, just have fun with it.
Yeah.
Yes. Follow the instructions that your artist gives you. Don't itch. Make sure you're staying clean and you're moisturizing. Just follow the instructions that your artist gives you, basically.
Do your research. Make sure you find the right artist to do your work that fits you, somebody that can be patient with you, because you don't know what your pain tolerance is. So just take your time and make sure you enjoy it.
Okay. Jay, I thank you for your time, man. Much appreciated, sir. Congrats on your new tattoo, man. Well, there you have it. Thank you for watching this video. Stay tuned for more content like this. I'm Travis with the Baltimore Guys, signing off.